I think this is terrific, but this is what happens all across New Hampshire, and that's why we're all so fortunate to be from New Hampshire. When I talk to folks from around the country, or even when we've had people from visiting from other countries, and you explain what New Hampshire and what politics are like, that we have the town meetings where everyone gets to go and participate, and that we have over 4,000 locally elected officials. And the only requirement for most of them is the fact that you're 18 and a registered voter. So anyone can run and anyone can participate. We have a 400-member House, 24-member Senate, and the Executive Council, 2-year terms for the entire state government. Nobody has more than 2-year terms. And we have thousands of positions of appointed boards and commissions. We have the presidential primary. We have same-day voter registration. We have an absentee ballot. There's no place on earth where you can get 1.2 million people that have more direct democracy and more ability to participate anywhere. This is it, and we are all so grateful for those who fought so hard to create such an amazing experience, but also to fight to continue to make sure. And the reason that we are going to continue to always have a vibrant and dynamic democracy is because folks like you give up your Saturdays, come and have this sort of conversation, you run for office, you show that you're concerned about your community. And I just want to applaud all of you for actually being here. Having served 18 years in the New Hampshire legislature and a couple terms as an alderman in Manchester, I know what it's like to run for office. Thankfully, that's all over with. I do want to Executive Councilor Beth Hollingworth was supposed to introduce Bill Shaheen, but she had a granddaughter had a basketball game that she had to go to, and I know that my mother wouldn't have even shown up here if one of her granddaughters were having, because there's nothing like that bond and connection of a grandparent and a grandchild. And so you all know how hard Bev works for you, the amazing stuff that she has done. I served with her in the legislature in the 80s, and then she went on to the state senate and now the executive council. And we are very proud of the work that she does on the statewide level, and certainly she does the community very proud in her work. And of course, I have to do a little shout out to my two ladies. The Senate Majority Leader Maggie Hassan, who I've got to know over the last 6 years. She reminded me the other day, I said it was 4. She's like, no, it's been 6. It only seems like yes. We are so blessed to have somebody so powerful and so strong and so brilliant serving as our Majority Leader. And so I'm glad that she is here with you today. And of course, the Senate President Pro Tem. I served with Martha in the legislature, and she became one of my closest and dearest friends. There is nobody in New Hampshire that cares more about regular folks than Martha Clark. And what she does to support people and the work that she does on environmental, or the work that she does in civil rights, any of the stuff that she does. She also is the vice chair of the Democratic Party, by the way, just like and serves on the DNC as well. And she is just exactly what we should all be proud of in an elected official in New Hampshire. But my role here today is to introduce somebody that I've even known longer than anybody else in this room. In fact, it was 35 years ago. I was sitting there trying to do the math. It was 35 years ago, either this month or next month, I'm not really sure, when I was 15 years old and I wandered into Jimmy Carter's campaign headquarters. There was this amazing, dynamic young guy who was 30, 31 maybe, 29. He had John Lennon glasses on, lots of hair, thin. Had a beautiful wife. Had a beautiful. Still got that. And he was so charismatic and so dynamic, and he really inspired me to stay involved in politics. Whether the years that we win, the years that we lose, I've never met anyone with such an enthusiasm for being involved and engaged in the community. And I know it's in his blood. His dad was involved in the party and politics, the rest of his family as well. But he truly has been a phenomenal person to have watched over the years, whether as our U.S. attorney, or as a local judge, or as an entrepreneur or a lawyer, or the 6 years he served as New Hampshire's first hunk. And now, that was a little joke. So I'm very pleased to introduce somebody that I have the utmost respect. Senator Shaheen is doing amazing work in Washington, and Bill is right there supporting her in her efforts as she's on the Foreign Relations Committee and all of those amazing committees that she's on. And I could not be more proud of her, and I certainly couldn't be more proud of Bill. So, Bill Shaheen.